The waves rolling in, crashing. Take my hand, let me show you a place where the wonder never ends. Can you feel it now? We're on our way, the way you're going. The sunrise on the bay, sing it out loud, try to savor the day. One song for a brand new day. With me, feel the warmth of the sand, hold it in your hand. It's your world now. Shelter this dream, so the wonder never ends. Feel it now. We're on our way, the way you're going. The sunrise on the bay, sing out loud to the ceremony. One song for a brand new day. Brand new ocean to ocean, we stand by the shore. All that comes after, and what came before. Feel it now, we're on our way, the way you're going. The sunrise on the bay, sing out loud to the ceremony. One song for a brand new day.
Hello again, everyone! This is Trua and that was Makaio, showing off their size, speed, power, and problem-solving abilities. These behaviors keep our whales active and engaged. SeaWorld's killer whales have inspired generations of guests to care about our natural world, and we're excited to share their story with all of you here today.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's food web. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high flying and powerful.
You're going to say all of that today and more. These and other behaviors provide an environment that is full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Today, you'll see our killer whales moving together in unison. These synchronized behaviors strengthen their social bonds and enable them to problem solve as a group. Working as a team makes them the ocean's top predator. Scientifically known as Orca, but more commonly referred to as killer whales. Here at SeaWorld, our 5 killer whales have their own individual names: Katina, Nalani, Malia, Trua and Makaio. Makaio is our youngest killer whale at 10 years old, whereas his mother Katina, who is the leader or matriarch of our pod, get this, she is 44 years old. Now, SeaWorld's animal training techniques create a language between us and the killer whales. It's a language of learning based on positive reinforcement, encouragement, commitment, and care. The whales learn to trust us. They even take an active role in their own health and well-being. Now, one of the first healthcare behaviors we train all of our killer whales to do is a voluntary blood sample. The trainers are going to demonstrate that here in our slide-out area. We simply ask the killer whales to roll over and present their tail flukes. Not only does this give us a great view of the entire underside of the killer whale, but it also gives us easy access to those blood vessels which are located on the white underside of the tail flukes. Now, our veterinarians will come at least once a month and get a blood sample and do a full checkup on all of our killer whales. Now, another important healthcare behavior is done in one of our adjacent pools, and that is a killer whale size scale. So in just a moment, Katina, who is our 44-year-old killer whale, she is going to demonstrate that scale behavior. Now, our two females right here weigh over 4,000 pounds. Katina is our largest female killer whale, weighing in at around 5,500 pounds. So here she comes to demonstrate that scale behavior. Awesome job, Katina. Now, from the dorsal fin to the tail flukes is a heavy muscular area called the peduncle. Like I said, this peduncle weighs a few hundred pounds, so with it still in the water, we wouldn't be able to get an accurate weight. So what we're gonna do is simply ask Katina to raise those tail flukes up and out of the water. Nicely done, Katina. Now this helps us ensure accuracy. So we know the younger killer whales are growing properly and the older killer whales are maintaining a healthy weight. SeaWorld's research and observation of the killer whales in our care has shed light on many mysteries about these amazing animals. For example, we know the gestation period of a pregnant killer whale is 17 months. That's information would be impossible to obtain in the wild. However, some information can only be gained through field research. That's why SeaWorld partners with groups like the Norwegian Orca Survey and NOAA to advance global education. Now, killer whales are powerful animals, and perhaps the best expression of that power can be seen when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal could be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from ice cliffs. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with swipes of their tail flukes.
Killer whales create waves when they hunt, and they use their tail flukes to stun prey. You're about to get a demonstration. For our killer whales, it means a fun activity session. But for you, it means you're about to get wet. time of year. Unfortunately, overfishing, pollution, and other factors have a serious impact on some killer whale populations.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right? Wrong.
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Their future depends on you.
Through your actions.
Through the choices we all make.
We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
Killer whales continue to surprise and amaze us. They're the perfect ambassador of the ocean. Limitless, connected, powerful, but still vulnerable.
The challenges that we face can seem insurmountable.
Don't give up. Be inspired.
We can make a difference. The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming, but together we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect.
So much to explore. The killer whale story is still being written.
And there are simple things we all can do to make a difference.
All it takes is one choice.